Tracer is a collaborative analytics platform for enterprise clients. And simply put, we organize data sets for value. So if you think about a large company, they have a variety of data sets that are important, from ID graph to cost structure to revenue, and combining those so they understand the health of their business is what we do. We use the data that our clients are giving us permission to touch, and we only do what they would like with the data. I'm never using it for anything else other than their benefit. But our goal is to take everything from its raw source. So we're going to go directly to the source of the data. So Google, Amazon, Facebook, etc., television, whatever it may be. And then we are going to organize that so we're a basically system of record in regards to what's happening with your business. And then you can organize it any way you'd like so you understand what is driving impact and value. On the ingestion side, from a data perspective, we have 3 core components. You're going to have direct API connections that we've established as a company. We also partner with all of the API companies as well that are connectors, similar to a Fivetran. And then we also what we have called custom platform, which is our ability to ingest anything that's non-API. So our belief is that you have to give the customer an opportunity to take every piece of data, no matter where it comes from, and have an ability to store that, manage it, and then understand what's happening. But I think the core component for us is across those 3 elements, you're going to get every piece of data that's imperative for marketing decisions. Our goal is to be an infrastructure layer. So I don't want to tell people what to do or what they should read into the numbers. I want to enable them to do whatever they would like. So we'll partner with consulting firms and agencies and the brands directly. And we will definitely give insights and opinions, but I do not want to be the recommendation engine, because I think there does need to be church and state in regards to who's telling you what to do and providing value through your data objectively. And it's like ingredients of a cookie, okay? If the cookie is the end value that you'd like to eat, well, there's multiple ingredients, whether it's the flour, the chocolate chips, the sugar, all of those are, let's say, data sets. And so you need to organize all the ingredients. There's a process in how you make the cookie, and then you have to deliver the end result. And unfortunately for large organizations and enterprises, the ingredients are everywhere. And they come in different shapes and forms. They don't control the ingredients. And so helping people organize it so they can understand what's happening with their cookie is what we do. One of the things I'm probably most proud of is honestly, MediaMonks is a great example. Obviously why I'm here. But a phenomenal client for us, large-scale agency. We've been partners for many years, and I think the thing that we help is unlock the value for their team. You know, when you look at processing from a data perspective, so taking all the ingredients and putting them together, classically, a lot of that process has been human beings. And so instead of having humans process something that they can't compete from a machine or technology perspective, giving them the data set so they can actually understand and do analysis as opposed to processing is something that I'm very proud of that we've done with Monks and our other agencies and continue to do for any client. The core example that I always give is media data. Like, we started inside of an agency, we were incubated inside of VaynerMedia, and so the classic example would be, okay, I'm spending money on behalf of a brand. Okay, let's say it's $100 million. I'm going to spend $10 million on television, $10 million in social, $10 million in search, and $50 million wherever else. And you're going to take that data set and go, well, what happened? And if you look at those ingredients, all of those are different companies. They come from different places. They organize that data in different ways. But I spent the $100 million. So I need to understand what happened with that 100, take all of those data sets and make sense of that so I can make decisions moving forward. Should I not spend the 100? Should I spend more? Out of the 100, what worked and what didn't? And so the classic example of media data is a very good, I think, use case for us and something that we continuously do. We typically talk about the 3 Ps, people, process, and product. And if you're going to use a different technology or change how you're doing a process, all of those things are impacted. And the biggest one, honestly, is typically people. When you're asking people to change how they view their data sets or how they're organizing their data sets or the technology they use, it can be a large undertaking. So I think the friction across the 3 Ps is something we consistently see, but it's also the reason we do the business. We set out to change how people operate through data. Throughout my career, I spent a lot of people's money, right, in advertising through different jobs, and I was fascinated that people didn't really have control of their business. When we go back to the example of 100 million, if you are spending that as an advertiser and then you give 100 million to a third party to spend on your behalf, well, do you have access to where they spent the money? When did they send you the report? And it's a similar case around giving access to your ATM. If you're going to give your PIN code out to someone, well, you probably want to watch what they're doing. And so I think for me, it was always just classically, do people have control of their data? People have an understanding of the health of their business? And can you have that in an automated fashion so you can make better decisions moving forward? I'm most excited about what we're doing with artificial intelligence, if I'm being honest, and I hate to use the word. I'm mad at myself already for saying it, but the fact that we can organize data sets, create contextualized data sets, and then feed it to an artificial intelligence model and multiple models, right? We have the flexibility to partner with anyone. I think is very exciting because it unleashes the holy grail of intelligence, right? Taking raw data sets, organizing them relevant to your business, and then applying artificial intelligence on top will drive the biggest impact for anyone in regards to how they're utilizing their data sets.